Welcome back, car enthusiasts. Today we're diving into a thrilling journey through automotive history as we explore some of the most legendary muscle cars from the 1980s. These iconic machines represent an era of speed, style, and innovation that still captivates car lovers today. From the bold design of the 1983 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme to the raw power of the 1987 Ford Mustang 5.0, each car on our list holds a special place in the hearts of enthusiasts. So, buckle up, hit the like button, and subscribe to the channel for more exciting content as we celebrate these timeless classics. Number 8, 1983, Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme. The 1983 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme is a true gem from the 80s. It blends classic style with a hint of muscle, making you feel cool just sitting behind the wheel. While it's not the fastest car, its bold design and comfort make it a standout today. The wide, low-to-the-road stance, sharp hood ornament, and distinctive split-front grille grab attention wherever it goes. The smooth body lines and dual exhaust pipes give it a sporty edge, even if the performance doesn't quite match the look. This car makes you feel like you're driving something special, which is part of its legendary appeal. Under the hood, you'll find a 348 cubic inch V8 engine that produces 105 horsepower and 200 pound-feet of torque. While that's not much by today's standards, it was enough to give the car some presence on the road back in its day. The engine uses a 4-barrel carburetor, providing a little more kick, though it lacks the fuel injection systems of later cars. You could choose between a 3-speed or 4-speed automatic transmission, but manual shifting wasn't an option, which might be a downside for purists. What made this car special was its blend of comfort and style. The interior was luxurious for the time, with a slightly wraparound dashboard design that felt ahead of its era. The seats were plush and spacious, offering a comfortable ride whether cruising through the suburbs or taking a longer trip. The Cutlass Supreme wasn't built for speed, but for enjoyment. It handles decently for a car of its size, but it's heavy and wide on tighter roads. It's not a sports car, but a stylish cruiser that captures the essence of 1980s Americana. Today, you can find one of these classics for around $6,450. It might not win races, but it wins hearts with its retro charm and timeless look. Owning one is like owning a piece of automotive history, a true legend from the past. Number 7, 1983, Chevrolet Monte Carlo SS. The 1983 Chevrolet Monte Carlo SS is a true classic from the golden era of muscle cars. Its boxy, no-nonsense look and solid performance have earned it a loyal following. This car was designed to take on the Mustangs, Firebirds, and Oldsmobiles of its time. It didn't just compete, it became a favorite for enthusiasts back then and today. The Monte Carlo SS has a bold, upright stance that makes it instantly recognizable. While the color options were limited to white or blue, the clean lines and sharp angles give it timeless appeal. Under the hood is a 305 cubic inch V8 engine, producing 175 horsepower and 235 pound-feet of torque. These numbers were solid for the era, giving the Monte Carlo SS enough muscle to be fun. Paired with a 3-speed automatic transmission, this rear-wheel drive car could go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 8.2 seconds, respectable for its time. The Monte Carlo SS offers a roomy cabin with comfortable bench seats, making it a great choice for cruising with friends or family. It's moderately luxurious, with enough comfort to make long drives enjoyable. The car wasn't just a street favorite, it also connected to racing glory. The Monte Carlo SS arrived the same year that legendary NASCAR driver Dale Earnhardt switched to Chevrolet, boosting the car's popularity. Over its production run from 1983 to 1988, Chevrolet sold an impressive 154,155 units. Today, the average price for a well-kept Monte Carlo SS is around $16,000. It's not just a car, it's a piece of 80s history. The Monte Carlo SS combines performance, style, and a touch of racing heritage, making it a true legend in muscle cars. Number 6, 1987 Oldsmobile 442. The 1987 Oldsmobile 442 is a true 1980s classic that brings together muscle, style, and a touch of luxury. While it might not be the fastest car on the block, it has plenty of character to compensate. Built on the General Motors G-body platform, it has the iconic silhouette we associate with 1980s muscle cars. The name 442 has a lot of history, as Oldsmobile brought it back in 1985 after a brief hiatus. Over its 3-year run, around 11,400 units were produced, making it a bit of a rare gem today. Under the hood, the 442 is powered by a 305 cubic inch V8 engine, producing 170 horsepower and 250 pound-feet of torque. These numbers are respectable but not earth-shattering. The car's weight of over 3,000 pounds means it takes 9.5 seconds to go from 0 to 60 miles per hour. However, it was designed to handle well too, thanks to its sophisticated suspension system with front and rear stabilizer bars. One of the highlights of this car is its Rochester Quadra-Jag carburetor, a throwback to the golden age of Oldsmobile muscle cars. In the 442, this carburetor is computer-controlled, making the fuel delivery slightly crisper than older setups. The 442 offers a comfortable and straightforward interior. It's not flashy, but it gets the job done with plenty of room and soft seats that make it great for cruising. The 4-speed automatic transmission is smooth and suits the car's character. With an average price of $15,270 today, the 1987 Oldsmobile 442 is a collector's dream. It might not be the fastest, but it's a piece of 1980s automotive history, perfect for anyone who loves a full-bodied muscle car with style and substance. Number 5. 1985 Chevrolet Camaro IROC Z. The 1985 Chevrolet Camaro IROC Z is a true icon of the 80s and one of the most memorable muscle cars of its time. Inspired by Chevrolet's partnership with the International Race of Champions, the IROC Z brought a fresh look to the muscle car scene, combining raw power with a more refined design. The IROC Z has a low, wide stance that makes it look ready to pounce, and its style is unmistakable. Everything about this car screams performance, from the pinstripes running along the bottom of the body to the inset headlights, hood vents, and aggressive grille. Under the hood, the Camaro IROC Z packs a 305 cubic inch V8 engine that delivers 215 horsepower and 275 pound-feet of torque. It comes with a 5-speed manual transmission for those who love to shift gears, or a 4-speed automatic for a smoother ride. With a rear-wheel drive setup, this car can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 7.3 seconds and reach a top speed of 151 miles per hour. These numbers made it a strong contender in its time, offering speed and power for a thrilling drive. What sets the IROC Z apart isn't just its straight-line performance. It also handles surprisingly well for a muscle car, thanks to its well-balanced chassis and low center of gravity. The optional tuned port injection package borrowed from the Corvette gave it an edge in performance. Inside, the IROC Z features a comfortable and spacious cabin that makes it as good for daily driving as it is for showing off on the weekends. Today, finding a well-kept IROC Z can be a challenge, as many have high mileage and fuel pump issues were common. But it's worth it if you can get your hands on one. With an average price of $21,400, it's a slice of 1980s muscle car history. The IROC Z is more than just a car. It's a legend that continues to turn heads and capture hearts. Number 4. 1987 Buick Regal GNX. The 1987 Buick Regal GNX is a truly legendary muscle car from the 1980s and one of the rarest and most exciting cars from that time. This isn't just any Buick. It's the ultimate version of the Regal, built to be faster and more powerful than anything else on the road. While V8 engines powered most muscle cars in the 80s, the GNX took a different approach with a turbocharged V6 engine. Under the hood, the GNX packs a 232 cubic inch V6 engine that's boosted by a turbocharger, delivering an incredible 300 horsepower and 380 pound-feet of torque. This setup might sound modest compared to today's cars, but in the 1980s, it was revolutionary. It could go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 4.7 seconds, faster than many of the best cars of that time, including Ferraris, Porsches, and Corvettes. The top speed was 124 miles per hour, which might seem modest today, but it was impressive back then. The GNX wasn't just about straight-line speed, it handled surprisingly well, thanks to features like a unique rear differential and a special torque arm for better traction. The car was built for grip, and when you pushed it around corners, it felt planted and stable. Buick only made 547 of these cars in 1987, making it a real privilege to own one today. It's not just a muscle car, it's a piece of automotive history. The black paint job, dual exhaust, and interior details give the car a unique feel. Inside, it's not all about luxury, but it's definitely a cool place to be. Number 3, 1984, Pontiac Firebird Trans Am. The 1984 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am is a classic that embodies the spirit of the 1980s. Thanks to movies like Smokey and the Bandit, the Firebird earned a legendary reputation. The 1984 Trans Am model still delivers a lot of fun with its sharp, aggressive look and unique features like pop-up headlights. Under the hood, it packs a 305 cubic inch V8 engine, producing 190 horsepower and 240 pound-feet of torque. It can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 7.5 seconds, which is impressive for its time. The car's rear-wheel drive setup and solid handling make it a joy to drive. Despite some downsides like the lack of a manual transmission option and limited production numbers, the 1984 Trans Am remains a rare and special piece of automotive history. Number 2, 1982 Chevrolet Camaro Z28. The 1982 Chevrolet Camaro Z28 stands out with its bold 5-spoke rims, aggressive front end, large glass hatchback, and sharp body creases. It has a 305 cubic inch V8 engine producing 165 horsepower and 240 pound-feet of torque. The Z28 can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 8.7 seconds, decent for its time. One standout feature is the new throttle body injection (TBI) system, boosting the engine's performance. The fiberglass hood with hood scoops gives it a race-ready look. Despite some drawbacks like catalytic converter issues and slightly lower power compared to competitors, the Z28 is still an incredibly fun and iconic car to drive. Number 1, 1987 Ford Mustang 5.0. The 1987 Ford Mustang 5.0 is a legendary muscle car from the Fox Body Mustang line. With its 305 cubic inch V8 engine producing 175 horsepower and 245 pound-feet of torque, it could go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in around 7 seconds. The 1987 model received a facelift, including single aerodynamic headlights, wraparound turn signal indicators, and a flush nose, giving it a more aggressive look. The GT model got a beefier appearance with a more muscular body kit and iconic cheese grater taillights. Inside, the redesigned interior made it feel more driver-focused. The 1987 Ford Mustang 5.0 remains a beloved muscle car, capturing the essence of 1980s automotive innovation. We've reached the end of our journey through the iconic muscle cars of the 1980s. These legends have left an indelible mark on automotive history, capturing the essence of power and style that still excites us today. If you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, don't forget to hit the like button and share your thoughts in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for more exhilarating content on classic and modern cars. Thanks for joining us, and stay tuned for more incredible automotive adventures. See you in the next video.